Mr. Floyd, we're going to plug in the microphone. There we go. Check, chickadee, check yourself before you wreck yourself. There we go. All right, good dining, everyone. Let's get this not caught up with the necklace. There we go. All right, so good dining, everyone. Welcome to a Wednesday edition of Good Dunning, and we'll do a couple of quick housekeeping things on my end, like all messages, so we can see who's there. And we're going to put this on subscriber mode, so we'll let everybody pour in from Victor there, whose wave is getting bigger, which is always good. All right. So, okay, snap out of it. Time to get going. What do we got there? All right, Henny, Grand Rising, Josh, and Beautiful Fun. Okay, snap out of it, Millie. Time to get going. There you go. All right, so fantastic, everybody. Welcome. I'll give you guys a few more moments to pile in. I got a couple of things going on today. Millie, grateful. All right, so we'll give it a couple more minutes. Only 7 people here. All right, Victor, good dunning. Lindsay, good dunning as well. All right, so today we've got a couple of different things. We're going to work with the rainbow fluorite and the Mind Info Oracle. And before I do anything else here, let's set the apartment on fire. No, not really, but here, let's use this one. This will probably burn better. All right, so bear with me. We get things going here. There we go. All right, so we have some Palo Santo, and I'll let this burn down for a moment and catch some burn on the Palo Santo for all of you. Shelly, Neil, Victor, Lucky, Stone, Trista, Lindsay. Millie, you made that easy. Thank you. All right, so this is for you guys. Little Palo Santo. Clockwise. There we go. All right, so Palo Santo, guys. All right, so we received a few things in the mail over the past week, and so we're going to show you what we got here. And this first came from Millie, who found this. If you ever find a discount Oracle deck, thank you, Millie. This is like, they're cheap at the bookstore here. So we got this from Millie. I got this in the mail the other day, and we're working on charging it up. So we're going to use this next week and charging this up. And I'll show you the deck real quick. Thank you, Millie. We truly, gratefully appreciate it. It's the Wild Goddess Oracle. And, of course, I work with Broken Divine Feminine was where I started from. Didn't even have Divine Masculine. And so Divine Feminine is Cancer, right? So, all right. So the cards are gorgeous. And we'll kind of give you an idea here. So we got a couple more decks that we're going to be working with. Millie, thank you so much. So then they have sayings on the back as well, backward sayings. So the escapist, you or someone care about may seek refuge in escaping behaviors with limited difficulties, or sorrow of some sort. So, all right, so there we go. So these are going to be used. They're being charged up. They came just directly from the store packaging, per se. So they weren't like a used deck or anything. So thank you, Millie. This is truly blessed. And then we got a second deck, and I didn't post the channel on here. I will. It's the channel is Winter Wolf Tarot, and the Winter Wolf. Thank you so much. If somebody wants to pin it there, Millie, if you could pin maybe Winter Wolf Tarot, or somebody could, that would be blessed. I'll throw it in there, and you guys can check her out. Winter Wolf's an amazing soul as well. She's not connected or anything, just a channel I've watched. And so she sent me, she had duplicated decks, I guess. I'm not sure how she got duplicate, but this is the Full Moon Oracle as well. And so we're going to start working with these two. I have to charge them up. Just when we use it out of the box, right? All right, and these things are foiled on the side, so they're gorgeous cards. And I'll give you an idea here. All right, so this is perfect. We open up to, and I've already shuffled them a few times here. Open up to Hope. So number 41 and Hope. And so beautiful cards. And I'll show you the back here as well. So voila. Ooh, thank you, Millie. I'm gonna pin that. All right. Let's see here. Ooh, there we go. So Winter Wolf, if you want to check her out, she could certainly use the subs. All right, so that's the back of the cards. So we'll be using these, integrating these. I have to Full Moon Oracle. So I have to work on energizing these as well. Thank you so much, Winter Wolf. If you are watching, or if you have watched, I know you have watched, but if you are watching at this point, thank you. Truly grateful. She also sent me a stick of selenite with that, so that's always good and grounding. And it helped. It's selenite being in the package there helped to clear the energies from the cards. So yeah, so we've got the selenite, and that's where the Palo Santo also, which I'm going to use to give me to clear it, right? So I got a clearing kit for the cards. How blessed. And so yeah, so we'll keep the Palo Santo. We'll use this during the shows, and we'll keep this up front for clearing energies. All right. So thank you guys, Millie. Truly, thank you for thinking of standing in a bookstore and thinking of me. I'm grateful, and thank you for shipping that. All right, so we're gonna set this over here along with these guys. Top of my drum. This is a battery pack. All right, so let's work with the mind. And these are charged, so we're going to use these, and they're definitely cleansed, and they've been in my possession for quite some time. So we're going to use the Mind Info Oracle cards here, and yeah, and so these have been shuffled. I shuffle these like just for fun. Sit here. Like I used to smoke, so it's the hand to mouth. So do the hand moving the hands. So like shuffling cards while I'm talking to you, and just shuffling in general. All right, so let's see what we got. We're gonna cut these into three. One, deux, trois. And repack and stack. All right, so here's bottom and top three. And if you missed last night, you missed a really good show with Laura B. Do check that out. She had a opening and a closing there. So if you were like, why would I want to watch another tarot? Because she does an amazing group read. And she does an amazing three-card, like I like to call it a three-card Monty at the end. I'll pick a card. And so, yeah, but there's no tricks in what she's doing there. So it's not really a Monty, but a three-card pick. So, yeah, so I picked number 2 there. And so last night was fire. Thank you again, Laura. And if you want to check that out, it is on the, you can check the replay out on the lives there. And of course, if you want additional energetics or have questions on your read, if you got one, you can go to Laura at letspiritguide.com and you can check out her website at letspiritguide.com, or you can email her at Laura at letspiritguide.com, or you can check her out on Instagram at letspiritguide_ on IG there as well. So, all right, thank you, Laura. That was last night was fire, and we'll have her on next week. And Sunday we will have Chloe, or Saturday, not Sunday. We'll have Chloe on Saturn Day directly after Victor is live, pretty much 8:30. So 8:30, 10:30 if you're East Coast, and for Chloe 9:30 if you're in Texas there. So we will have her on Saturday. So check that out. Crystals. If you are looking to purchase crystals like this fluorite tower that we got from Chloe a couple of months ago, and so yeah, we'll be using that today. So yeah, or this labradorite point wand that we got from Chloe as well. So yeah, we could go on, but all right. So yeah, check us out Saturday at 8:30, 10:30, 9:30 if you're in Texas or in Victorland. All right, Truthwave Land. All right. Let's see what we've got here. I need to watch last night's show. I was too interrupted. Sweet dreams, Lucky Stone. All right, so I guess Lucky's going to sleep. I don't know. All right, so let's see what we got. So the first card of today is worth. So it's asking you to know your worth, find your worth, and step into your worth. You are being asked to honor your worth. It can be easy to feel that you aren't good enough or worthy of happiness. This is simply not the case. You being on planet Earth is your ticket to worthiness. There is no other ticket that's needed to being worthy. You don't earn it or anything else. We are all equally worthy of having an equally amazing life, or getting a equally amazing haircut at some point, right? But either way, we're all worthy of having an amazing universe. It's what we see within ourselves that reflects in our universe. And so yeah, or if you're in a shift like me, where things sometimes you're in a shift, and so yeah, exactly. Everything changes. All right, so release. So the next card is released in order to find worth. What do you need to release out of your frame? Lack, most likely, right? So release. You're being asked to release any toxic people, situations, energies, etc. from your life. You deserve to be free. So there you go. I've got to be free. So no, it's asking you to release what doesn't work in your universe, really, and that can be anything. Free from strength used to be Libra and old tarot decks, just some tarot trivia. Oh wow, okay, that's kind of cool. And of course, Millie is a Libra there. So, all right, jump in, and we're not talking the Pointer Sisters here. And jump in, or this looks like one of Victor's avatars from Truthwave as well. But so jump in. You're being asked to take a chance and give whatever questioning you're questioning a try. So know your worth. If you know your worth, you can release your like fears and stuff. Then maybe you can jump in to your universe, right? All right, and finally, comfort. How can I bring more comfort into my life? There we go. Light, the light. There we go. How can we bring more comfort into your life? You can increase your comfort through tangible things, such as soft clothes, food, and intangible things as well. Like grounding would be bringing comfort for me. If I want to bring comfort into my life outside of my hair, like my cowlick there, it's a great mirror. But yeah, so outside of that, bringing comfort into your life. Grounding is one way. Of course, eating something, favorite food might bring comfort as well. Your favorite song. A lot of people watch an episode of a show because you know the outcome and it's comforting because your friends, you feel like you know the characters. So we'll go over this real quick. So know your worth. So it's asking you to know your worth and step into that in order to know what you're worthy of. It's asking you to release what you're not worthy of first. Release yourself. A lot of times, just releasing our negative beliefs, our ego. So release all of that. Jump in. And it's asking you to jump in. Being asked to take a chance. So what do you need to jump in? And we're going to go over how you can figure that out, maybe to an extent as well. So jump in, and then comfort. Are you finding comfort? Are you asking for? Are you looking for comfort? And are you comforting yourself as well? So comfort. We'll keep these separated for the moment and get these back in the box. But so from your end, do you know your worth? That's the real question here. Because you are source. You are the source of your universe. And you are the battery, the Energizer, Duracell, Kirkland brand. You are the battery that runs your universe, right? You are that spark, so to speak. The spark plug that you set the fire. I think Taurus is often referred to as a Hierophant or Empress. In tarot, Laura would know better. I've heard of Empress interpreted with several different signs. So yeah, Laura, if you know. Google says the Hierophant. So Taurus is the Hierophant. This is cool. All right. So yeah, in your universe then, what is your self-talk? This is a kind of a question here, and we'll go over this deeper in channel, I'm sure. But what is your self-talk? Are you seeing worth in yourself? And are you grounding your self-talk in that worth? But let's clear some energies here. And since we're looking at finding worth in ourselves, we're going to clear anything that is blocking our worth, making us feel unworthy of in that aspect. That could be old trauma. Of course, if it's old trauma, you're not going to clear it right away, but you can at least cut some of the fog off of it, right? That the trauma is leaving in your frame, so that you can see a little more clearly. And that's really, I mean, that would be key, right? So let's clear some of that energy, some of that lack mentality, some of whatever is blocking us and from seeing our worth. And if you do see your worth, then ground into it. Ground into the fact that you know who you are. You know that you are worthy of all and that you are the source of your universe. You're the source of everything that you see outside of your eyes. I need to study the Hierophant. I know nothing, but I have always been a hermit with my lifestyle. No favor there, Karen. My hermitage only came with my dark night of the soul. I'm a Cancer, so generally I'm a social person until Cancer, we climb into our shell at times, but generally we're mostly social. All right. Me too, Angela. I had to completely change my self-talk to show myself love, compassion, and grace, and stop beating myself up. Absolutely, and we'll go over that because there's different ways you can ground into your universe, and it's really a lot of what you're saying to yourself and what you're creating energetically is going to create the universe that you want. And these are all just revelations I'm having and things that I'm shifting around in my universe and then bringing them to you guys. So I'm putting them into practice here. So nothing that I'm doing here isn't some form or fashion being put into a version of practice in my universe as well. So let's take a moment and take a deep breath in. As we breathe in, we're going to breathe in. We're going to do a quick recall, or actually an invocation to bring in forth our worth today, and worth it. Fifth harmony. Ooh, there we go. Thank you, Millie. I like that. All right, so take a deep breath in. As we breathe in, we're going to see ourselves as worthy. So what is there's one thing that you've been wanting in your universe. All of us have one thing. So see yourself worthy of having whatever that thing is, be it another person in your universe, maybe removing a person from your universe, maybe a new job, a new car, a trip, whatever it might be for you. See yourself with that accomplished. See yourself worthy to have that. And as we breathe out, right? Lack be damned. We're going to say that to ourselves. Lack be damned, right? Be gone. We don't even say damned, right? But lack be gone. We are not in lack. So as we breathe out, we're going to release any lack that's left in our frame in any form or fashion. And as we breathe out, we will say verbally, lack be gone. So take a deep breath in, if you would. As we breathe in, again, we breathe in all the worthiness that we are. So breathe that in. And as we breathe out, lack be damned. Take another breath in. And hold it. Lack be damned. And do one more. And you can say be damned or gone or whatever works for you. I'm really trying to damn something, but we're just like, poof, out of my frame. Gone with you. All right, so take one more breath in. Breathe in as we're breathing in our worthiness. As we breathe out, lack be gone. As you breathe out today, keep in your head, I'm breathing out all the blocks that have blocked me from lack. Lack be gone. And as you breathe that out, breathe in your worthiness and breathe out your lack. Just in here and in here. And keep that going all day as you breathe. I mean, if you're conscious of your breath, most of us aren't. I try to, as I'm driving, that's good, door dashing, right? So if you do that, it's easier to cycle because you're in your car, you're centered, because if you're not centered, you go splat, right? And so anytime you can go splat, you get centered real fast. And so when I'm in my car, I'm very centered. And so then it's easy to cycle my breath and to do that. I used to ride a motorcycle, and it was even crazy. You would get even more centered. We'll go over that too one day. All right, so let's do a quick invocation here. We'll do one more breath. Breathe in. Lack be gone. And breathe out. Breathe out that lack. Be gone. Don't need it. Not get it out of our frame, right? We create the energy of our lack. We create the energy of our abundance. There's no difference. It's our beliefs, right? Generally speaking, it's stepping into that. There's no difference. But again, it's not as easy to step into because of our programming to the abundance programming, right? But it's easy to swim in the lack programming. Everyone, please remember in vertical live stream, we continuously double tap the screen. YouTube recognizes it as chat activity and helps boost Josh in the algorithm. Dale, my brother. All right. So Dale, everybody, tap your screens. Thank you, Dale. And I truly appreciate that, Dale. And yes, he is correct. So, all right. So let's bring somebody into channel here and do this quick invocation here, right? So, all right. White Buffalo Calf Woman here. Channeling through Josh for you. Why do you think you are not worthy? We are going to release your worthlessness, right? You are worthy of all the grand in the universe. You are worthy of all that Mother Nature provides. You are as worthy as all the stars in the universe. White buffalo calf woman asks why you would back away from the feast of the buffalo, why you would not feel worthy of eating till you could not. Why would you not feel worthy of all that this planet has to offer? Why do you back yourselves into corners? So join White Buffalo Calf Woman in invoking your worthiness, invoking your love, and invoking your birthright to be on planet Earth, to have all the worthiness that you are, to find that path, to walk that path, and to climb that mountain, that you are worthy of all of that. You are worthy of swimming in the cleanest waters, and you are worthy of sleeping under the starry skies, and you are worthy of sitting at the table eating the buffalo as well, right? Are you not? See that for yourself as we invoke our worthiness. So we invoke and say after Mother White Buffalo Calf Woman, say after her and help Mother Gaia here ground you into your worthiness, right? So join Mother Gaia, join White Buffalo Calf Woman in finding your worthiness today as we step foot on the trail of abundance for you. As we walk today, we walk in abundance. You choose your trail, and we choose the trail of abundance. We release any lack and fear in our universe and give it to Mother Gaia. We release any worthlessness in our universe and give that to Mother Gaia. We allow ourselves to soar like the eagle and the osprey. We allow ourselves to hunt like the hawk. And we allow ourselves to sleep under the unlimited stars of your infinite universe. What are you seeing through your eyes? White Buffalo Calf Woman is asking you, are you seeing the beautiful sun, the blue sky, the clean waters, the soaring birds, and the waving grass in the wind? Or are you grounded in the pollution, the lack, the wars, the jealousy and ego that you see on this planet, the scarcity mindsets that you all have? White Buffalo Calf Woman is asking you which path you choose to walk. Which path are you allowing for yourself today? Are you allowing yourself to take the path of abundance? To see yourself as Mother Gaia sees you, as abundant as she is? Or are you taking the path that they want you to take, where they see you as unabundant, where you see yourself in fear and lack and under their control, where you see yourself with no control of your universe? Which path are you taking today? Which breath are you inhaling? Abundance or fear? What are you blowing out? When you release your breath, are you releasing your fears? Are you releasing your lack? Or are you grounding into more lack, more fear? You make that decision. You choose your path. It is just as much energy to choose the path of love, the path of abundance, the path that sees you, just like Mother Gaia, as abundant as her. It is just as equal in energy to choose the path of lack, of disdain, of distrust, of fear, of confusion. It is up to you what you choose in your universe. White Buffalo Calf Woman is asking, which path are you going to walk? Which path are you going to choose? And which path are you stepping forth onto this dawning? Your birthright is abundance. Mother Gaia provides all. It is all for your taking. So step forward into your abundant path and see how you are worthy because you are here amongst the tribe of humanity. All right, so there we go. White Buffalo Calf Woman with a energy. Bear with me, guys. All right, so White Buffalo Calf Woman with an invocation and a channeling there for your abundance. Is you are part of the family of humanity. So, as being part of the family of humanity, then you are worthy of. I step out into my yard and constantly during the day to breathe and pushing what is not mine nor good for me, releasing it into Mother Earth, Gaia, working with her, or hugging a tree. That's beautiful. That's awesome. That is absolutely awesome, Millie. Are you guys doing that? Are you guys going out? And that's part of it. Is grounding into Mother Gaia, finding your worth. And Mother Gaia, if you don't feel your worth, Mother Gaia will show you. This planet will show you your worth. If you step out onto the planet there, let's see what we've got. All right. I also need to work on my ability to filter out energies I don't want to take with me, as it really wears me out on as an empath. And I work with the public, so I kind of use it up. Oh, I can certainly relate to that for sure. At least in my universe, working with the public, when you get groups that'll come into the store and it's like, shoom, there goes the energy. So it's about putting up for myself. It's about putting up a force field. And so I put up an energetic shield. Doesn't sometimes it's you just got to ground into it. But and then yeah, going outside, I get outside the store. That helps too. But for sure. All right, so thank you guys. Yeah, and thank you, Dale. As Dale said there, if you keep tapping the screen, it does show that because it's vertical. So even if you just scroll it up and down, scroll the chat up and down, like that, then yeah, it does help the live there, and I truly appreciate that, Dale. So yeah, so with White Buffalo Calf Woman there, she's as she says there, you're just the fact that you're on planet Earth is Mother Earth doesn't. She's all abundant, and she doesn't hold back any abundance to you in any aspect. If you're fishing and you know how to fish, then in the fish you'll grab the fish, right? Your Mother Gaia does not take the blue skies available for everybody. She doesn't go like, hey, you get your little you have Charlie Brown energy, so you get a gray cloud over you, right? The only time you can get a gray cloud directly over you is maybe if you live in Florida and it's raining across the street, right, or in your side of the street. But seriously though, yeah. And some other guy does not cut anything. The field of corn is the field of corn. The corn does not go. You're not worthy. It's us who feel that we are not worthy of the corn, but really the corn has no say in our worthiness or its worthiness at all in any form or fashion. I'm trying to keep the chat moving here. All right, there we go. All right, so let's see what else we've got here, guys. All right, so if you have not, check out, if you guys can, check out Winter Wolf. Give me the selenite here. And the Palo Santo. So that is pretty awesome. So yeah, we haven't done a giveaway in a while here, but we'll see what we have to give away. But so yeah, so what I wanted to discuss today, outside of your worthiness, is our self-talk. Specifically, what are you grounding into? So if you're having a situation, and this is something I'm sure Saint Germain is also, I always put up an energetic shield of protection when I'm out, especially working with the homeless. Oh, wow, Grace, that's awesome if you're working with the homeless there. That's absolutely amazing. I'll refresh my screen. I'm there now. There you go. But yeah, favor to Grace there. If you're working with the homeless, yeah, definitely want to put up an energetic protection. But either way, though, that's absolutely amazing that you do so there. I'll take the yellow tower, the big one. Okay. So yeah. So basically, what I'm learning and figured out. It's not even figured out. It's like when you're peeling an onion, it's like these things just kind of come in, right? So obviously we know that I've been door dashing and whatnot, working up abundance in my universe. Who isn't trying to work up more abundance generally in their universe? So what I've been thinking about and realizing is, what am I grounding not even my self-talk, what am I grounding my energies, my universe into? So right now it generally has been, okay, I need a job. So what am I grounding that into then? The need of a job, right? So the need, or a need for abundance, right? And for some more money. So if I'm stating to my universe, right, that I'm in need of something, then it's not going to show up because I'm creating a need for that. So I'm saying I need. So if I'm creating something from need, then it's not going to work. So what I've done is shifted my self-talk and really, it's really kind of changed a lot of what's, at least inside me, it's starting to make a bit of a change. And it's not about, I need a job or I need to make more abundance. It's about, okay, to my universe, it's like, show me how to be more creative. Show me how to create abundance. There's a big difference in saying I need to be abundant. I'm looking for abundance. I don't have a job, so I need to scamper up some money, pay the bills, whatever it is in your universe, right? And this could go to other things as well. And certainly lots of different scenarios there, but in your universe, apply it how it may. But for me, it's about abundance, right? And so it's like, okay, we need to pay the bills. So universe, and I've been running, I need to pay the bills, but I'm creating a need to pay the bills. And I didn't realize what I was cycling into my universe. So now I've shifted that. As a creator being, what do I really want to do in the first place? To be honest, what's the one thing that's really going to help any of this situation? Is to create something new, right? Create something to create a bigger, broader, more badass universe, right? And so in that aspect, now I'm shifting my talk, and instead of asking my universe or stating directly to my universe, all right, I need more money. No, all right, universe, show me how to be more creative. Let's get more creative. Thank you for the ideas. Thank you for creative ideas. Thank you for helping me to implement creative ideas. Thank you for helping me to show me how to implement more abundance in my universe. You have the option to ground into any energy you choose, right? So if you choose the energies, right? If you're choosing the energies of abundance, or if you're in lack of abundance, and not in lack, but if you need more money, well, there we go. We'll state it that way. If your universe has a dearth, even better, because really, you got to be careful how you say all these things, right? So if you have a dearth of money at the moment, oh, there you go, and you are looking for more in your universe, how are you going to obtain that? Obviously, you have to put in some work, but what is the grounding energies behind that? And that's the real question. Are you seeing it from a state of lack? Like, I am in lack, I am lack, I've created lack, so now I'm going to try to climb out of my lack from lack, right? Well, that won't work because you're already grounded in lack. Or are you seeing this as an opportunity, right? Okay, so I'm in an open space. I need to create abundance in some form, or again, need, but looking to create, there we go, abundance in some form. It's hard. The English language will run you over if you're not careful. But yeah, so I'm looking to create abundance in my universe, right? And so if that's the case, then what am I grounding into? And in this case, all right, I've shifted that from the need to, all right, I'm open. I don't know anything. Show me how to create abundance. And I don't. I'm asking my universe. I've redirected. I've let go. This is about how you let go, right? So you have to let go in trust into your universe. And so this is what we're doing here, letting go in trust into our loving, living universe by doing exactly this, right? And so by saying to my universe, all right, I know I'm worthy because I'm standing on planet Earth, right? You have to know that first, because if you don't know that you are worthy, if you don't believe that you are worthy, being grateful for what you have brings abundance to you without question. We'll go into that too, Karen. Absolutely. But knowing that you are worthy of what you even have is the start, though. But yeah, Karen, you're really spot on there, actually. So it's about finding exactly that worthiness within yourself first. All right, realizing that you are in lack, right? So if you're in lack or creating from a state of neediness or lack, it's about grounding in first into, all right, I am on planet Earth. That is my ticket to worthiness. And clearing, that's where you have to do the work. This is where it gets goofy. If you haven't done the work, then you're going to be sitting in trauma. And if you're sitting in traumas, right, then you're not going to be able to create as easily because you are blocked by those traumas. Do you know your worth if you're sitting in mama drama and papa drama traumas, right? If you're still grounded in all of that and haven't cleared it from your frame, Dora, good dawning, then will it be easy for you to create and see yourself as that abundant source being that you truly are in your universe? Oh, thank you, Karen. Appreciate that. Yeah, we had tiger's eye, carnelian, purple. That's obviously amethyst, onyx. This is wood. Honestly, I need to get a real one. But the idea is that, and then there's a green one on here. There we go, to represent like me and Archangel Raphael. There we go. And then the dragons. I have 3 dragons in my frame, so in my field. But so from your end, thank you. I appreciate that, Karen. So from your end, though, guys, seriously, if you're out and about in your universe, just in your universe, right? Do you see yourself having that ticket punched, being on planet Earth, right? Being in the game field of planet Earth? Do you see yourself as the abundance that you truly are first? That's the question, because you can't. How are you going to ground into all possibilities if you're not allowing yourself to see yourself as that abundant source energy in the first place? Most of us cannot until we clear some of those traumas first. That's why doing the work, part of doing the work, is so important. So once you clear those traumas, now it's about clearing the repetitive programming that we placed upon ourselves of lack, of unworthiness. And that is the work. That's the dark night of the soul is the easy work, because it falls out of you. When you're ready to release, it releases on its own. The harder part is reprogramming yourself into getting out of that lack mindset that a lot of us have been carrying around 20, 30, 40, 50 or more years, right? So if you're 5 years old and your parents are telling you you're not worthy of this, and no, I'm not buying you a Lego, and you didn't behave, or this, that, or the other, right? And you start building that, right, in your frame of not worthiness, of money's not easy to come by. I'm not worthy. My mother says, or my father says, I am not worthy of having Legos. I'm not a good person. Whatever it is in your universe, zip all the way forward here, and you wonder, where's my abundance? It's tied up in the 5-year-old standing at Toys R Us and getting scolded by dad for looking at Legos or whatever. And yeah, that did happen to me. But so these things in your universe, right? What happened in your universe that created that block, that didn't even allow you to feel that you had the right, that when you punch your ticket coming through the birth canal, and even though the birthing tube, there we go. We don't want to give credence to the maritime law that we live underneath, and that's a whole nother deal. But there's so many different deals, right? As you can, right? There's lots of layers that they try to throw over top of us so that we don't see our own abundance, right? See ourselves as source love that we truly are. In the Matrix game tries to throw off that you're not worthy, right? And our parents, who have swallowed all of that hook, line, and sinker, most of our parents have swallowed all that unabundance talk, unworthiness, what have you. Money's hard to come by, and most of our, not all, and then they passed it on to their children. So then, right. So now you're sitting there at 5 years old going, I want, and they're like, no, money's hard to come by. You know, you're not worthy, whatever it is that they're programming you into lack for. If you don't clear that, right? Clear those traumas, those programs, you sit in the lack. You're going to wonder why, where's mine? And but you've been programmed to be of lack. It's really kind of insidious. In the programming, it's not just your program or your parents' program. The programming from the larger group matrix there also programs, right, all of us to see ourselves as not worthy of, as in lack in the first place, as a too hard to obtain, and all of that. So you have so many different programs, and you have commercials and whatnot showing you that you need this or that to feel this or that, and so energetic pool, right, in every which way possible, so that we don't know who we are as source creators, so that you end up lost and not standing in your frame. You end up lost in the traumas and all of the dramas that the Matrix and everybody else is throwing. Rick, good dawning. Welcome, beautiful soul there. Rick is an amazing soul. If you don't know Rick's story there, get to know Rick. He's a healer, or patient, heal thyself. Favorite brother, amazing. But yeah, so speaking of healing thyself, Rick had to realize, of course, and so did anybody who heals thyself through cancer, right? Millie as well. She healed through leukemia there. So she's healed herself too. And anybody who has walked through those fires there has to come to a point where they have to realize that they are source, that they are worthy, right? If you can't heal yourself if you don't realize that you are all the worthiness of the universe. And all of this is designed to take that worthiness away from you. So it's about standing in that worthiness, realizing who you are as source, that you can then ground into your worth, right? Take that abundant path. See yourself in an abundant light and change your internal speak from I need to get a job to all right, show me how to be more creative and bring in abundance. And that's going to fix me. Sitting here in the panic of what I don't have, which is what we all are trained to do, right? How many of us get into a panic of, your car breaks, the panic that I'm in the panic of lack, in the panic of I don't have, in the panic of it's, but whatever it is, favor. Grace, that's good to know. Maybe in the future you may pick a piece for me, send you. Oh, okay. What's Grace got going there? Sometimes you see some. I have petrified wood with jasper raw, beautiful colors, lots of it. Oh, beautiful. That's awesome. Petrified wood. If you keep this in mind, if you ever do go to a national forest, not so much, but a national park, especially like the petrified park, do not take any wood. There's signs all over. It says it is a federal law, federal crime to pick up the wood and take it out of the petrified forest, right? So favor that Grace, because it's petrified wood is not easy to find, and if you have it on your property, that's amazing. Because otherwise, the piece of petrified wood that I had was smuggled out of the petrified forest by a family member many, 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 many years ago. But there you go. So see yourself as really you are the abundance that you are looking for. It's your birthright. I'm not lying to you in my end here either. It's taken knowing these things and applying these things are not the two separate things. Keep all of this in mind. I know intrinsically I am source. I am the abundance I am looking for. I radiate my own abundance. Putting it into practice on the daily when you're door dashing and when you're looking at your bank account and your bills and everything else, and keeping that vibration. That's the hardest thing to do. Really, a lot of this is about keeping that vibration going and not falling back into, all right, lack, abundance, go up and down, right? So, and that's kind of where I'm at in between finding that lack and finding that abundant state. So from my end, it's about holding, and if I can hold my vision of seeing myself in that abundance and hold that abundant state in my vibrational frame, I will vibrate in abundance. But if I bounce down, all whatever I'm at, it's canceled out from the universe. If I bounce down and go back into the woe is me, I need a better job, I gotta stop, I gotta find something, my universe, all that fear, right? But there really shouldn't be any fear either, because again, everything's happening for me, not to me, right? So it's all how we see this. Crazy how this all works, but what are you grounding into in your universe? That's the question. Blessings, Rick, for sure. Patient, heal thyself. We can't, 6 months, Rick goes back and be like, did I even treat this guy? He's got better he's got better numbers than me, right? All right, so let's, all right, so we still have 15 minutes. That's great. Let's work with, we can take a little bit longer here. The rainbow, this is Rainbow Fluorite. This came from, guess where? At Chloe's Crystals, who will be live on Saturn Day, this Saturday, at 8:30 in the dawning. You can't do 8:33 on StreamYard, so at 8:30 in the AM, we will have Chloe live, not Memorex there. And so please do join us there. And if you want to preview Chloe, you can go to her channel at Chloe's Crystals. You can email Chloe if there's something that you want to see, guys. Chloe Jane Mills 82 at gmail.com. If there's a crystal type of something, Jasper, aquamarine, Mookalite Jasper, anything that you're looking for, say Mookalite 3 times. That's always fun, right? Mookalite. Gotta love the English language. But so yeah, email Chloe and she can put it on the show for you. So there we go. So yeah, it makes it a lot easier than actually Fatima. Good Dunning. It makes it a lot easier than having like in the show there when you like, does she have any rutilated quartz? You know, so wait a minute, hang on. Yeah. So if you want to, if you have something that you do want to see on Chloe's show Saturday, just send her an email, Chloe Jane Mills, 82 at gmail.com, and she can get it on the show while she's getting everything separated out in the next 48 hours or so for the show Saturday at 8:30, 10:30 in the East Coast on channel here. All right, so we're going to work with Chloe's rainbow the fluoride here, purple and green fluoride. And so from your end, fluoride works to break up your sacral chakra specifically, to break any creativity, calming effect as well with the purple and the green, abundance as well. And may feel this in your heart. You can feel this in any chakra really, but your heart chakra, your crown chakra as well. And so if there's something creative that you're working on, wanting to work on, you can ground. Thank you. We'll switch this up here. And let's replace the pin message there with that. So yeah, if you want to send something, a request, I replaced the pin message there with Chloe's channel or Chloe's email. So you can email Chloe directly, and she then can send you pictures, or she can include in the show, whatever works for you, what you are looking for. But it goes a lot easier, guys, if you help direct it as well. So what are you wanting to buy? What are you looking for? For me, I got more than I ever thought I'd have. Got a more crystal than I ever thought I would have, and it's all thanks to Chloe, really. All right. So fluorite, again, energetics only works with your permission, and a lot of times works better through the internet because you don't have, when you get two people together, of course, 6 feet. We'll leave that alone. But your auric field, as it reaches out to approximately 6 feet before it starts to fade away a little bit, and we'll leave all of that alone. As two people come together, you can feel and you do it with your hands, right? The energetic push or whoosh in between. And so in the internet, you get just the pure intentional energy of the energetics versus like the human clash that you might get as well, which is its own energy, right? So if there's an energetic clash of the bodies, right? The two bodies, not the souls. But you ever been around somebody, it's like you like them, but it's like something about their physical creeps you out. That's in right. Then the vibration of your body versus their vibration of their body isn't a match in some fashion, or it's off sync in some, not that it will be sync, but off in some way that creeps you out. So imagine that. Exactly. So yeah, but exactly. All right, so let's work with but you may like their soul, you may like who they are inside themselves, you know, like what they state and all that, but their body's like, ooh, something about your body just creeps me. And yeah, and the body could be holding trauma too. If you're healed trauma, and you can, it's a lot easier, the more healed, the less onion peel you have, right? To see other people's vibrational trauma, right? To see them as a being, but also to see trauma in their field, right? Or to see the denseness, there we go, of their work field. All right, so with your permission, and if you want to dive the chat or dive the video, certainly understand. If you want to flip your phone down or close the laptop lid, that's fine as well. But either way, here we go. And of course, we will, like always, we will seal this off as well. And I do think, so next week or later, maybe even Friday, I may have a solution for music along with doing this as well. So otherwise, right now, we do the same song as always. Do, 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 do. It just seems like the perfect song. Anyways, do, 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 la, 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 la. All right, so we're gonna do some tapping on the sacral chakra. So you may feel that would be right above your root chakra. Everybody move your body. All right, so if you feel this here, you may feel this on your sacral chakra, trying to break up any energetics here. If you have a creative project that you're working on and maybe you're blocked, Generally, that's a block from in your sacral chakra, and that could be energetics. It could be family trauma. It could be somebody throwing energy at you as well. Could be an egregore blocking your energy. So that's why they tell you not to tell anybody what you're trying to do. If you're trying to do something creative, I've got Chloe's musical request worth it above playing in my head. What's Chloe's musical request? All right, but so yeah, so here we go, guys. All right. So yeah, you never want to tell anybody what you're looking. Even you could give them a basic, but what you're looking to do, because then they can throw energies at it and block or cast a spell, right, to block your sacral chakra or anything like that. Even just wishing failure, like I had talked to somebody that I hadn't talked to in a while, and everything came back negative, right? Like it must be hard, or being where you are, that might not be easy, and all these. And I realized it's like, wait a minute, this conversation is going negative and karmic, right? So if you are trying to build something in your universe, don't give it, especially people are gonna, that's gonna be hard to do, right? You don't want people returning energies. Mary wins. We've all won. Mary's here. All right, guys, we've won. Woohoo. Mary, love you. Yeah, and for those of you guys who've been from Arwayne Steiger and seen myself there as much, I'm just not watching any of the heavy stuff anymore. I'm lightening my load, and so I'm not worried about the AI or so that's why you haven't seen me over there. I'm just lightening my load, and it's lightened inside me since I've not watched some of the heavier stuff. D Oceans, good dawning as well. All right, so we're clearing with the rainbow fluoride here, and so whatever project you're working on, throw that into the energy, and of course any blocks in your root, mostly sacral chakra with fluoride, you can throw that in there as well. Yeah, it kind of goes back to the channeling we did the other day about heavier titles like, the AI, we're all screwed, or the stock market tanks, now what? And any of that. It's just not feeling any of those heavier energies anymore. It's just not good for me and my cortisol level or anything else so we're just refocusing. All right, we're going to seal this off here in a moment. Beautiful day. So hopefully you guys have intentions to have an amazing day, and you are not grounding in lack, but seeing yourself as abundant on your path, and seeing yourself, Mother Gaia is not holding back in her abundance. When it rains, it doesn't not rain on your property as well. It doesn't. When you go to get water, Mother Gaia is not saying, no, you're not worthy of the water. When you go to peel an orange off a tree, the tree doesn't come back and slap you and say, no, not for you. So see yourself like Mother Gaia sees you, as worthy and abundant in everything. You go to pick an ear of corn, the corn doesn't know, right? It's you're picking the corn. The corn doesn't say no. It's you who doesn't. I'm not worthy of eating that. All right, so let's seal this off here. All right, we'll even use the selenite here. Cleanse the energy. There we go. All right, clear that off. I'm creating abundance of energy. I have cleaning and laundry to do. There you go. Favor is ours. Hi, everyone. Love to all. Thank you, Mary. Truly, we appreciate you. All right. So if you want to see something specific on the show, we switched up the pin there. So Chloe Jane Mills 82 at gmail.com is pinned right there. So do check Chloe out on Saturday with us. Get ready to close out here with a group hug. And awesome, Trista. cleaning and organizing to do as well. And so hopefully everybody's got something amazing set up for today. Today we go to Dash and Crystal Shop. All right. So as you are out there today, you have the choice. I have the choice, right? I can ground into, all right, I need, and all the lack, right? Or I can go, okay, I'm a creative being. We're creating, right? This is my creative healing, right? And so in that aspect, then, all right, what do we need to create to bring in some abundance? How do we do that? Show me, universe. That's what's next. And now I'm shifting all of that energy, shifting all of that into that lane, right? Now that's my new lane, and that's the energy I'm now walking out of the door with on a daily basis. Is all right, let's get creative. Let's get abundant. Let's get creative. Let's kick some ass. How do we do this, universe? Show me. What are you doing when you walk out the front door? Carry that energy, whatever it is for you, and to see yourself in worth. There we go. And we're not doing Fort Worth here, but in worth, the worth that you are because you are source. You are on the field of play on planet Earth, right? All characters are born equal. You are born with the same abilities as everybody. We all clean slate. It's just deprogramming your parents and tell-lies vision, and maybe your kindergarten teacher programmed you and you bit it. You ate the programming. It was in the army, right? They tried to program you when you go through basic training. A lot of us, 50% of us, didn't get it. We didn't get bit by the program. We'd actually like, that was stupid. And we would talk about it like, what are they trying to do? This isn't working. And then 50% got bit by the programming. You could see it in the way they run around and scurry around, and the rest of us were just like, whatever, and didn't really take it as seriously. It's all how you see what you're being fed. So how do you take the programming of the matrix, your parents, and everything else? But the parental programming, most of us bit, but and can you now see through that programming, right? You'd be like when we were in basic training, they're laughing behind the drill sergeant when he's screaming at us because it wasn't even nervous laughter. We know it's just like WWE, right? Or WWF or whatever you want to call it, right? It was a show. Because I actually got to, I mean, one of my drill sergeants was really human, and I actually was like, had a real conversation, and he took off he's like, I'm just a guy, so just talk to me. And so he took off his hat, which was, so you don't generally get that. So, yeah. So see that in your universe. Everybody's just, see through their traumas and their dramas, and see what they're really trying to create. Maybe one more. That's 4. I generally sneeze like 3 or 4, sometimes 5 times in a row. Pardon me, guys. Sorry about that. Might have been a little loud. But yeah. So have compassion. That's where compassion comes in, right? Because we do not know where other people are standing in their programming, right? A woman come into the store, and literally, her programming was straight up fear and worry. Ooh. So she has her 2 grandkids with her, and she grabs the grandkids and drags them right to the worry stones and said, you need to carry one of these for when you worry. I was like, wow. So she's programming them with worry and fear. So she's literally saying, carry a worry stone for times when you need to worry. So I immediately jump in and go, no, we don't call those worry stones. Because, and here's the truth, if you carry a worry stone, one of those stones with an indentation, you can like thumb it, right? You raise your cortisol levels. You have 50% chance of a higher heart attack. You end up gaining weight in the long run. We could go on and on. You have a higher chance you'll get an arthritis and memory loss and everything that you bring in by carrying those energies of course, worry, gut and intestinal issues, right? Because once you carry a worry stone in your frame, your body doesn't know any other thing than, oh, I have a worry stone. Now you have to use it, right? So your body is going to start worrying, and you're going to create the situations of worry. So I told her, I was like, no, you can't do that. I was like, no, this is an abundance stone. We don't call it worry stones. And I told them why, just what I said there. And so yeah, you be careful of other people. See through their programming, guys. See what Ask yourself, am I seeing that? Am I not? Lindsay, smart. Get that stuff out. I'm a super sneezer. There you go. Exactly. Yeah, don't ever try to hold your sneeze back. Like, it's you. And it's not a good idea. It's not good. There's something that's irritating your, and it's got to come out. But all right, guys, let's close this out here. But hold that compassion. So yeah. So when she bought the worry stone, I put on a little piece of paper there, because her grandmother was like, there you go. Now, when you worry, you have your own stone and you have something to worry with. And it was like programming her to worry. And so I put on a little piece of paper there. This is your abundance stone. When you rub it, feel rich and do not worry. And so I put it in the bag with the stone there. But yeah, so see how people are programming each other and programmed, and once you see through all that, see how you are part of that too, and what you're programmed in lack or abundance. All right, guys, let's close this out. Krista will be live at the top of the hour. I don't think there's much else today. For the channels that we now follow or don't follow, and we leave that alone. But yeah, so Victor will be live tonight at 9:45. What is today? Today's Wednesday. Yeah, there's not much otherwise that I am aware of. Yeah, Teresa's not live until tomorrow with Wounds to Wisdom. And if you didn't catch yesterday's, she talked about she is a certified, and you don't know about people, and it's amazing. Some of you just regular Joe sitting on the couch, you wouldn't even think that she's a certified, truly certified from the board, not just like learned it off backhand. Like she's board certified as a she can put you to sleep. There we go. So she's board certified in doing so, and hypnosis. There we go. And so she's yeah, so pretty amazing there. So check if you didn't get a chance to check out Teresa yesterday, and have maybe you're at work and just need something to listen to, because you don't have to watch it per se. Then yeah, check out Teresa yesterday. It was pretty awesome, and yeah, not in a million years would you think. So if you're in the New York area, maybe you need a hypnotherapy hypno session there. But all right. In the past, I would carry Apache tear in my pocket to gather up negative energy. There you go. That works really well. Right now, I am carrying a piece of citrine, a piece of rose quartz, and a piece of black onyx on me in my pockets. The rose quartz and citrine in one, and the black onyx in another. The rose quartz and citrine in this pocket over here, left side, right? Left side is your feminine, so to receive, and then the right side to give, right? So I'm giving a protection. I'm giving a wall of protection, blocking energies with the black onyx to anything dark that I don't want coming through. So carrying those in my cargo pants pockets. And the citrine, of course, any orange stone generally is abundance, and citrine is you need some abundance, carry some citrine, that helps, or emerald, that works too, but orange or green. All right, so let's close this out. We're going to left hand up, right hand up onto the person to your left and right. And just like when we worked with the fluorite, the energetics, we can do this here and create group hug energies, that even though we are separated by space and in some cases by time, especially Lindsay and he's not here, Nathan, up in the maritime Canada there. So from that end, they're 3 hours versus 2 hours on the East Coast. They're 3 hours. They're hanging out over the ocean. So you must get a really early sunset up. If you're in maritime Canada, this is a bend and you're hanging out even further into the ocean. Do you guys get really early sunsets? Does it like set like at 7 versus like out here it's like 8:15? And we lose 20 minutes of sun, 25 minutes of sun, because at 14,000 feet, once we get like 13.5 and below, 14 is the highest, 14.2 is the highest mountain right there, like right there. But 13,000 and below, all the mountains at that point, and you don't see the sun. You just get the glow behind it, right? All right, so left hand up, right hand up to your left hand up to your left. Yes, us ocean dwellers. Well, it's just you don't really think about. I mean, really, how many of us have ever been like thinking? You don't think about maritime Canada as like Halifax, Nova Scotia, and all. I mean, really, you don't. There's like big bustling metropolises or anything, fishing stuff. But we especially in America, you just know it's like the forgotten part of Canada. I mean, we know BC and we all the way across Edmonton, but really, it's like you never hear anything about Newfie or Newfoundland or any of that. In America, generally speaking. Although my friend in Canada, she's from Newfie, though. She's a Newfie. Living near Thunder Bay, but either way. All right, so left hand up, right hand up onto your shoulders to person to left and to right. We're going to send energy from our left hand and spin it around as it'll come back around, and it'll go around through each and every one of us, through our heart chakras and coming back across through our right hand. So it's going to come around, and as it circles around the group, it'll come back through your right hand, crossing your heart chakra, back out your left and around. So we'll create that huddle, like a football huddle or a scrum that you might see in like rugby or Australian rules football. Although we're not about to push each other around and tackle the you-know-what out of each other either, but you get the idea here, right? All right, so as we spin that energy up like the Large Hadron Collider, and keep in mind they're now actually put on the table. There's plans to build one twice as large. So Mandela effects, we could have a whole Tuesday could become some sort of whole brand new name if we imagine that. You double the size of the Large Hadron Collider, kind of parallel universes they're going to throw out. Could be interesting. All right, so as we spin that energy up like the current Large Hadron Collider, not like the one they're proposing to build that's twice as large, we spin it around faster and faster, although it took 20 years to build the original one, so don't worry. Faster and faster and faster as we spin it around, faster and faster. We spin that energy up, and it's whipping through our heart chakra, right? So we're sending our heart and our love to Mother Gaia, like in a reverse tornado. We send that energy up, and we spin it up into and connect with the atmosphere. We keep that energy going as we spin it up and see each other in love. We see each other in abundance, and we see each other in the highest joy. We see everybody on Mother Gaia, on this planet, underneath four walls. There's no reason why anybody on this planet of abundance should be sleeping in a mud hut, a tin-roofed shack, a shed, a shanty, a makeshift lean-to, or whatever else unless they're choosing to, or camping or something. Otherwise, everybody should have the right to a proper home with a proper bed and a proper place to sleep with indoor plumbing and clean and fresh water. There's no reason why anybody should be going down to the river to bring water up from the river, having to boil it for 30 minutes, 20 minutes is what they say, right? 18 to 20 minutes, and then letting it sit for at least 2 hours to cool off before you can physically drink it. There's no reason why, when we especially have a box that you can, that pulls the water out of the atmosphere as long as you have more than 10% humidity. So in that aspect, there's no reason why anybody should be doing so, and there's no reason why anybody should be hungry on this planet when we throw away more fresh food, fresh meat and vegetables on this planet than we consume. So if that being the case, then there's no reason why anybody should be hungry on this planet whatsoever, and there's no reason why anybody should be full of GMO chemical foods, right? There's no reason why anybody should be eating pressed oils, seed oils or otherwise, right? Palm oil or any of those that destroy the body and the brain, right? So we see everybody eating fresh fruits and vegetables on this planet, right? Fresh fruits. And of course, we see each and every person on this planet as well with the right to love, the right to have a hug. There's no reason why somebody on this planet should be crying alone at night without a hug. Everybody should have the right to an easy and accessible hug on this planet. If you are not loved, you are loved by this group, if nothing else, and we send that love to you now. We see each other as well with the abundance to have choice on this planet. There's no reason why anybody, new one, right, should be on this planet without choice. No reason. There's more money on this planet than there is blades of grass, most likely. And there's no reason why anybody on this planet should be sitting around counting 75 cents and having no choice. And when they're working their butt off at a minimum wage job or whatever it is on this period, no ifs, ands, or buts. There's no reason for anybody on this planet to have to slave away just to put some basic stuff on their table, right? And there's no reason why anybody should be having to cook that food outside using cow dung as the way to heat their stove. Everybody should have the right to, if they choose, of course, to have proper equipment on this planet. We are all equally worthy. You punched a ticket to be here. That is your trustworthiness. We see each of the governments of the world dismantling their militaries and apologizing for grifting and grafting the monies of their citizens and for creating privilege laws that allow them to grift and graft even further than their citizens could even do, right? Inside or outside, however you decide to trade, right? There we go. So there should be equal protection for all under, but nonetheless, some of those can do things inside that we cannot do on the right. Exactly, and you get the idea there. Trading places, right? Nonetheless, Miss Pelosi, but nonetheless, we see the governments of the world dismantling their militaries. Of course, in the militaries of those worlds, going up and shaking the hands of those they otherwise would have just recently shot without even physically knowing the person they were going to shoot. Nothing else. Before anybody shoots each other in war, you have to talk to the person, find out who their wife is, and see a picture. You have to see pictures of their children, and then you have to find out their greatest dream. And then if you can still kill somebody after all of that, then there's no humanity within you anyways. All right. If nothing else, we see the governments of the world settling their issues by a giant wrestling match, right? We'll put all 185 countries into a wrestling ring, and whoever stands, you can rule the world. There we go. Be a lot better than killing all of our citizens, right? And we see each other here, Rick, in the highest health. We see Rick going back in 6 months for his checkup, right? And we see the doctor going, did I even treat you for cancer? I don't know what the hell's going on. I'll see you in a year. Take care. Exactly. We see everybody who has any issue. We see Chloe, her website coming online, and then a week later running out of crystals because she sold out. We see Lindsay, there we go, finding an amazing new home, not living in a yurt, and finding an amazing new home that has solid walls and fresh fruit, vegetables, clean water, and an amazing price, right? We see Henny finding a new home as well. And of course, her palatial new place on Long Island there where she can stand up, right, and run a marathon. We know Henny has, and we see Karen as well, not having to go to Estes Park, right, which is just up the hill from me, to see her doctor anymore. We see healing there as well. And of course, anything that's going on with anybody else, I just don't know. And so I haven't stated. But anybody else who has anything going on, we send love and favor to that. And with that, we release our energetic tornado into the greater source field. We release all that love. And we send all of our favor and love to everyone on planet Earth. And with that, we say thank you. Hallelujah. And so it is. Thank you all for sticking around. That one took a little longer. They're all different each time, but heal the water for sure. You know how you heal your water? Every time you go to drink something, love. Watch videos on what you say and how water molecules change, and you will change your universe. All right, guys. Remember, everything you do or don't do helps create your loving, living universe. So if you still have darkness in your light, as you release the darkness to your highest self, right? We don't have to cry it out if we know it's trauma from our parents, and we can direct the trauma to a specific situation or energies. We can release it without crying it out for years, right? To our highest self, as we do, our cells, which are actually more clumped together in the darkness, right? They spread out, they function better, they vibrate faster. This is proven as well. So then what do? You're stepping into your light body because you've removed the darkness. What else happens? Proven as well, you feel like you've lost 40 pounds. Why? Because you're lighter inside because you've released the trauma. What does that all equal? You, in your light body, creating your universe a lot easier. That's 99% of the point of this. All right, guys, I love you. Stay awesome because you are. When you look in the mirror today, all the awesomeness in the universe is concentrated inside you. Can't be anywhere else, can it? Remember that. See you all in Krista's chat here in a few. And I love you all. Do you love yourself? Stay awesome.